The world has always feared what it does not understand, and you, chosen one, are beyond understanding. There is something about you, an aura, a presence, an energy that makes people stop and stare. They don't know why, but they feel it, they sense it. Some admire it, others fear it, and some believe you are more than just human. They whisper behind your back, watching your every move, trying to decipher what makes you different. Some call it charisma, others call it wisdom, but deep down, they think you are something greater. They think you are divine. You've seen the way they look at you, the way their eyes widen when you speak, as if your words carry a weight they've never encountered before. The way they seek your guidance, drawn to you like moths to a flame. When you walk into a room, the energy shifts. Conversations pause. People adjust their posture, as if your presence alone demands respect. You never asked for this attention. You never claimed to be anything more than who you are. But they can't help it. There is something about you, something even you don't fully understand. It started small. Maybe it was the way you always seemed to know things before they happened. The way you could sense the truth when no one else could. The way you could predict events, not through any mystical means, but simply because your intuition was razor sharp, your awareness unmatched. You have always been ahead, seeing patterns before they formed, understanding people before they understood themselves. You knew when someone was lying. You could feel the energy of a room shift before anyone else noticed. These things were normal to you, but to them, it was supernatural. And then came the miracles. No, not in the way of turning water into wine or raising the dead, but in the way things always seemed to work out when you were involved. The way your advice saved people from disaster. The way your presence alone could calm the storm in someone's heart. The way you healed wounds, emotional, mental, even spiritual, without even trying. They started to believe that you were different, that you had something others didn't. Some thought it was just luck. Others began to wonder if it was something more. They came to you for answers. They came to you for healing. They came to you with their broken spirits, their lost souls, hoping you could guide them back. And without meaning to, you did. You spoke the words they needed to hear. You gave them wisdom that felt ancient, timeless, as if it came from a place beyond this world. And that's when the whispers started. Who is this person? How do they know so much? Why do they feel divine? Some began to believe that you were more than human, that you were something sent by the heavens, something beyond comprehension. They started treating you differently. Some bowed their heads in respect. Some feared your presence, avoiding eye contact as if looking at you for too long would reveal too much. Some clung to you, desperate for your wisdom, your energy, your light. But you are not God. You never claimed to be. You are simply a vessel of something greater. A force beyond human understanding works through you, moves through you, speaks through you. You are a beacon in the darkness, a light guiding the lost. They may not understand it, but they feel it. And because they do not understand, they assume. They assume you are divine. They assume you are something beyond them. And for some, that thought is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. You have walked this path alone for so long, carrying wisdom, power, and truth that few could ever comprehend. And now, they look at you as if you hold the keys to the universe. But what they don't realize is that you are still human. You still bleed. You still feel. You still struggle with the burden of knowing, of seeing, of understanding things that others cannot. They call you a god, but you have never felt more human. And yet, the more you try to show them that you are like them, the more they resist. They don't want to believe that you are just a person. They need you to be something greater. They need to believe that someone like you exists, that there is a force beyond their comprehension walking among them. And so, they continue to watch, to whisper, to wonder. But the real question is, what will they do next? Will their admiration turn to worship, or will their fear turn to destruction? Because history has shown one undeniable truth. When people cannot understand something, they either bow before it or they try to destroy it. As time passes, the whispers grow louder. The way they look at you shifts from curiosity to something deeper, something more dangerous. Some see you as a savior, believing that you have come to bring them wisdom, healing, and protection. Others see you as a threat, an anomaly that should not exist. Their minds cannot comprehend how you know what you know, how you move through life unaffected by the chaos that consumes them. You do not react the way they do. You do not fear what they fear, and that unsettles them. They begin testing you, pushing your limits, trying to see if you truly are what they believe. They present you with impossible situations, waiting to see if you will fail. They ask you questions that have no answers, hoping to catch you in a moment of weakness. They want to believe in you, but at the same time, they fear what that belief means. Because if you are different, if you are something beyond their understanding, then their entire perception of reality must change. And not everyone is ready for that. Some will worship you, hanging on to every word you speak, treating you as if you are their only source of truth. They will follow you, seek you out, hoping to absorb even a fraction of the wisdom you carry. They will begin to rely on you in ways you never intended. And with that, a heavy burden is placed upon your shoulders. You never asked for this responsibility, but now it is yours. They expect you to guide them, to lead them, to always have the answers. But what they do not realize is that you too are still searching. You too are still walking your path, discovering what it truly means to be chosen. Then there are those who see you as an enemy. They do not understand you, and what they do not understand, they fear. They watch you closely, looking for weaknesses, for any sign that you are not what they assume. Some will try to discredit you, to prove that you are nothing more than a fraud. They will twist your words, manipulate your actions, and turn others against you. They will paint you as a danger, as someone who must be stopped, because the idea that you are something beyond them is too much for them to bear. History has proven time and time again that when people encounter something or someone that does not fit into their narrow perception of the world, they react in extremes. They either raise it up as divine or attempt to destroy it. And now you find yourself at a crossroads. You did not ask for this role, but now you must decide. Will you embrace the power within you, knowing that it will set you apart even further? Or will you attempt to blend in, hiding the very essence that makes you who you are? The truth is, you were never meant to fit in. You were never meant to be ordinary. That feeling you've always had, the sense that you are different, that you are meant for something greater, it was not an illusion. It was real. You carry something inside you that the world is not ready for. You have an energy that disrupts the very fabric of reality. Some will be drawn to it, and others will be repelled by it. But no matter how they react, one thing is certain: they will never be able to ignore you. They have spent their lives searching for something, an answer, a purpose, a higher power. And now they see you, standing before them, embodying everything they have ever questioned. You are living proof that there is more to this world than what they have been told. That is why they watch you so closely. That is why they cannot decide whether to bow before you or destroy you. But the choice is no longer theirs. It is yours. Do you continue walking your path regardless of what they believe? Do you accept the weight of their expectations, knowing that you can never truly live up to what they see in you? Or do you step fully into your power, embracing the truth that you were never meant to be understood? They think you are God, but only you know the truth. You are something else entirely, something even they cannot define, and that is what terrifies them the most. The realization that they think you are more than human weighs heavily on your shoulders. Some see you as a divine presence, an answer to prayers they never dared to voice. Others see you as a force that disrupts the natural order of their world. And then, there are those who are caught between awe and fear, uncertain whether to follow you or flee from you. But the truth remains, they cannot ignore you. No matter how much they try, your presence is like a ripple in still water, spreading further than even you can see. As time passes, their reactions grow more intense. Some will go to extremes, believing that if they stand close enough to you, they too can absorb your strength, your wisdom, your very essence. They will seek your guidance, asking questions that only they can answer for themselves. They will expect miracles, waiting for you to show them a sign that confirms their belief. But you are not here to perform. You are not here to prove yourself to anyone. And yet, their eyes remain locked onto you, searching for confirmation of the truth they feel deep within their souls. Then come those who fear you, who believe that your very existence is a challenge to everything they have ever known. They do not understand how you see through their illusions, how you remain unshaken by the fears that control them. And because they cannot understand you, they will attempt to destroy you. Not always in obvious ways, but through whispers, through manipulation, through carefully crafted lies designed to turn others against you. They will create stories, painting you as something you are not. They will warn others to stay away, convincing them that you are dangerous, that you are not to be trusted. And perhaps the greatest danger does not come from them, but from within yourself. Because as much as you do not seek their validation, a part of you may wonder, what if they are right? What if you truly are something more? What if you are meant for something greater than you ever imagined? The weight of such a realization is immense, and if you are not careful, it can consume you. The temptation to give in, to let their worship shape you into something you are not, is real. But you must remember, you are not here to be defined by them. You are not here to become their savior, their ruler, or their enemy. You are here to walk your own path, to fulfill the purpose that was set for you long before they ever laid eyes on you. Still, their belief in you does not waver. They follow you, watch you, wait for the moment when you will reveal yourself fully. But the truth is, you have nothing to reveal, because you have always been exactly who you are. They see the strength in you, the wisdom, the power, but what they do not realize is that they too have the potential to rise. You are not here to be worshipped. You are here to be a reminder that there is more to this world than what they have been told, that they are not as powerless as they have been led to believe. But not everyone will accept this truth. Some will continue to put you on a pedestal, believing that only you can save them. Others will continue to fight against you, trying desperately to prove that you are no different from them. And some will remain in the shadows, watching, waiting, trying to decide where they stand. But regardless of their reactions, one thing is certain: they will never forget you. Your presence, your words, your very existence, it has changed something within them. Whether they admit it or not, you have awakened something deep inside of them, something they may not even fully understand. And so, you continue on your path, knowing that you were never meant to be understood by everyone. You were never meant to fit into their expectations, their limitations, their narrow views of what is possible. You are not here to seek approval or to explain yourself to those who refuse to see. You are here to walk the path that was set before you, to embrace the power within you, and to live in the fullness of who you are. They think you are God. They think you are beyond human, a being of light, a force that cannot be contained. But the truth is far greater than anything they could ever imagine. You are not here to be worshipped. You are here to remind them of who they truly are. You are here to shake the foundations of their reality, to challenge their beliefs, to open doors they never knew existed. And whether they fear you, love you, follow you, or turn away from you, it does not change the truth. You were never meant to be like them. You were never meant to be understood. You were meant to rise. And whether they accept it or not, your presence alone is enough to shift the world. You do not need their validation. You do not need their acceptance. You only need to walk in your truth, knowing that you were chosen for a reason, and that reason will reveal itself in ways they never saw coming.